bananas ship globally. I don't know what I'm doing.
Test shot one. Test shot one. Test shot one. That is Canadians Golf Juliet X-Ray Victor. Short flight over to Toronto, and I'd say short flight, possibly about 4 hours in an A220 300. So the configuration on this is 2 and 3. There's only one row of middle seats on this jet. Rather very quiet, and I have been told, since I've never been on one of these, that if you have to use the lavatory, there is a window that you can look out of, so that makes it all the better. Test shot one, San Diego. This is definitely a first for me, folks. I've never done a shoot out here in San Diego. So hopefully we'll get some good action here. Now the glide path here on runway 27 is a bit steeper than normal at 3.5 degrees. There is no ILS for this runway, so the majority of pilots that we see coming into here are definitely hand flying, minimal use of automation, and so hopefully we'll get some drama here. November 7846 Alpha now making her arrival from Dallas Love Field, Southwest 3650. And let us see our first landing for here in San Diego. Beautiful day out here. All right, let's see how they give the performance here. Displaced threshold, those arrows, you can't land in those arrows. Look at that, right on the numbers, my friend. That is how you do it. A bit on the firm side, which is very acceptable for this airport. But wow, right on the numbers in a 737. Now that's awesome. Okay, so let's talk a bit about this runway. As I was just stating, the runway begins right there. That is the runway threshold, all right, for landing purposes. Now you can take off from anywhere behind these arrows, but you cannot land in that section. That is not for landing, that's only for takeoff. So you have to be beyond there for touchdown. And that goes for any airplane, not just heavy jets or big jets. That's for any plane. Cool. All right, this is 8526 Whiskey now. Coming in from the lovely city of San Francisco as Southwest flight number 1429. And let us see what kind of performance they give us today. All right. They have cleared the parking structure into the displaced threshold. Let's see, there's the threshold crossing, 500 feet, 1,000 footers, right on the marker, baby. Right on the marker. Money right there. Very nicely done. All right, we got Frontier now taking the runway. Who might this bloke be? Let's have a look, okay? Frontier is showing it to be 354 with Scarlet the Tanager. I'm not going to pretend to know what kind of bird that is. The Tanager, 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 Tanager. I don't know. I'm not that savvy. Now, I know how many hydraulic system it has. I know what pressure they operate at. I know how many accumulators there are on this aircraft. I know how many high and low pressure fuel pumps there are. Okay, but I do not know what the kind of bird that was. Oh, I'm sorry, I want to stop cussing. But I do not know what kind of bird that was. All right, off they go. They are operating as Frontier Flight 3381 off to San Francisco. All right, in the news lately, we've had Spirit Airlines have filed for bankruptcy, but they claim that lessors will continue to be paid, and they also claim that pay for their employees will not be touched. Now, I don't know, but I've never seen a bankruptcy in which things like that do not get slashed. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. They are owned by capital finance companies now. debts are in possession from the bondholders. Personally, I think that airline will be butchered up and their assets will be distributed and liquidated to other airlines in America. That's what I think is going to happen. So if you're working at Spirit, now would be a great time to leave and try to get somewhere else. All right, so a bit on the high side today, looks like. Let's see how it works out. November 79402 inbound from Houston Intercontinental. Coming in on the high side. All right, but he got it down quickly and he's floating, had a little bit extra energy and right in the zone. That's pretty nicely done. I'm looking for drama here today because, like I said, it's got a 3.5 degree glide path, which doesn't sound like much, but it is a lot. When the normal glide path is 3.0 degrees, it's 3.5. So you're going to have less thrust coming in on final approach, and you're going to be coming down at a higher descent rate. So it's something you're going to have to adjust for at the very end of the landing. Now, these guys came in a little bit on the high side, so they were coming down a bit faster, and that's why you see it kind of float along the runway there, because they had too much speed, because they're pitching down to get right where they want it on the runway. But it worked out great, and I don't know what their sink rate was, what the descent rate was at the end, but there's a limitation. Normally you can't go below or greater than 1,000 feet per minute, below 1,000 feet, so I'm not saying they busted that, but it would have been close on that one. Cool, but very nicely done. Next up we got now 578 UW. All right, look at the beautiful U.S. Airways livery. Now, I don't think they had this painted in U.S. Airways livery subsequent to the merger. It is my firm belief that this aircraft, they just left it on there and then changed the name of it. November 578 UW, inbound from Charlotte, North Carolina, as American Flight 466. What kind of performance will we get, my friends? All right. Looks like they're going to sail past 1,000 footers. He's coming down at a good clip and right on the 15s, which is in the zone. So very nice work, Mr. Airbus pilot. You got her in the zone in a UW. Nice shot of San Diego. November 8840 Quebec. 8840 Quebec now. Las Vegas, Nevada as Southwest 4403. All right. What will they give us? How could you have your window shade down when you're on the window seat? That is just a sin. Okay, there's the threshold. There's the 500s. 1000s. Right on the 50, right before the 1,500 foot mark. Okay, very nice. Welcome to San Diego. Love it. Welcome to Southwest 2777 inbound from Phoenix, Arizona in November 293, Whiskey November. Looks like there might be a bit of a right crosswind here. I have not checked the weather. Fellow plane spotters in the other room are using the transceiver, so they've got the ATC audio going. There's the 1,000 footers and right inside the zone. Right in the zone. Right, what's happening here on takeoff? It looks like Breeze is going to get ready to depart. Alright, who are they and where are they headed, you ask, right? November 206 BZ, and too bad we cannot hear the baby whale sounds on the A220 this morning or this afternoon. All right, Moxie 755 now is going to head all the way across the country to Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina. And I don't care if you measure it by feet, miles, or centimeters, but that is basically a transcon flight in that A220. Hey now. So let us bid them farewell. Hey. You see that up in the sky? You see the contrail up there?
Yeah.
That's not smoke. That's a contrail. It looks like somebody must have turned around. Maybe they declared an emergency or something. Who knows? Sorry if I'm screaming into the microphone there. Just saw something rather unusual over the sky here of SoCal. And maybe the lens will pick it up, maybe it won't, but we're going to try to get it right now. So what is particularly peculiar is that contrail there makes a big circle. I'm not going to go to manual focus to pick that up, but it makes a big circle, and what it leads me to believe is that a jet overhead either had a test flight to turn around, or somebody has just diverted. And now let me look up flight radar and see what really is going on. All right, now we've got American 1939 inbound from DFW in November 126 Alpha November, a plane that used to service Hawaii but does no longer. A little bit of banking happening there. Right into, I thought it was going to be on the 500s, but a little bit of a swing and a miss, and into the zone they go as a greaser. Look at that. That was a beautiful greaser. All right, let's find out who that was. All right, now let's have a feast. A gaze. 994 NK. This is a brand spanking new 320 Neo. Inbound from Las Vegas. Take all the pictures you can, my friends, because I think these guys are on their way out. I really do. November 994 Banana, pitching down last second for the threshold. Right before the thousands. Well done, mate. I can't find out who that plane was. All right, this is November 929 Delta, or 929 Whiskey November, rather, inbound from Denver, Southwest 2807. All right, one-wheeled it in the zone, beautifully done. Here's the money line here we got going on now. Alaska's going to go next, and who are they? Where are they headed? They're going to be a quick one because there's a guy on final approach here. All right, this one's not popping up on the scope. There it is. It is Alaska 1497. Hey now, they're heading over to Seattle in November 722 Alpha Lima, which just by the tail number, I can tell that it's a MAX 9 because 704 Alpha Lima is the culprit airplane that lost its mid-cabin door plug, seen here in that space between the windows towards the back of the plane there, see? To me, that looks like a bad lineup job, my friends. I do not think that... I don't think that's centered nicely. I think that's a bad lineup job there. It certainly doesn't seem in alignment with the rest of the markings on the runway there. I have not posted it yet, but yesterday we saw a 747 lineup on the runway, Lufthansa, very, very crooked, and so I'll be posting that here very shortly from yesterday's shoot or the day before, whatever the hell it was. I don't know. All right, as one departs, we're going to bring one in. Who is it going to be? Zooming out on my phone as I'm trying to hold the shot here. All right, it won't come up because the signal is quite low, so we'll just stick with this guy. And off they go to Seattle. November 829 Delta November now. We've seen this aircraft before. This is a mid-cabin door plug, but it's not a MAX 9, it's just a 900. Delta 349 coming inbound from Detroit. I just sent my brother off to the airport in LAX to go back to Detroit today, and I hope he's having a very enjoyable flight at this time. Sadly, we are here all in a funeral, death in the family, something we cannot avoid. Right at the edge of the 1500s. Well done, in the zone, I'll call it. These guys are not giving me the action that I want. Let us now welcome 8917 Quebec as Southwest 733 inbound from Oakland, California. Again, how sinful of them to have those window shades down. Unless that's a partition, like for a lavatory or something. It could be, it's possible. But if you're in a window seat, you must be looking outside at all times. 500 footers, right to the thousands. Beautifully done. Right to the 1,000 footers. All right, now what we have going on, we got this guy, and who are they and where are they headed? We'll stand by and I'll give you the answer. Okay, that's not Delta. Yeah, I need signal line. There's no cell phone signal line here up here in this very spotty, but you can see the tail number there, and I'll have the information scrolled, of course. Okay, next order of business is that there is no business. Global X now. Here's a good one. I haven't seen this. Well, I've never spotted this yet. I've seen them at airports, but I've never spotted them. November 291 GX inbound from Laredo, Texas in a 320 with CFM engines. Global X is, of course, a somewhat of a budget charter airline that you can use at your will. I've met a few people that work here, a cabin crew in particular. Pretty nice folk. All right, they're coaxing her on down right into the short of the thousands. Beautiful, beautiful work. Just short of the thousands. Love it. Now, the last time I flew into this airport, this will be only for people who know airline. If you're an Airbus pilot or perhaps a Boeing pilot. I don't do the RNAV into this runway. I use the localizer approach, and I like to do it using the track FPA function of the FCU on the Airbus. That's my favorite way to operate into this airport because I love it. All right, next up we've got United 1302 now in November 69 833 inbound from Denver, Colorado. So yeah, most aircraft will use RNAV, RNP, RNAV Zulu approaches, 227 here, or RNAV Yankee. I just do the localizer approach because it's fun. I like to do fun. Right on the marker, my friends. Look at that. Right on the marker. Well done, United Airlines. Continental. All right, Southwest. Another one, Southwest. 2348 from El Paso, Texas. All right, what kind of action will they give us today? Let's see. Over the displaced threshold. There is the threshold. There is the 500s. Right on the 1,000 footers. Right on the mother effing money. That is what you call professionalism. If you think it's easy to plant an aircraft on a spot on the runway, it takes precision. You don't get that. You don't get it on accident, you know? To put it right there on that spot, those two aiming points that you see right there in the foreground, that is the aiming points. All right? And then the first set of hashed marks is 500 feet away from that, 1,500 feet down the threshold. So in between the solid white and the first set, that's where you want to put the aircraft on. Anywhere inside that is called the zone. All right, and it's not, if you go beyond it, it doesn't mean you're unsafe or you break your rules. No, but that's what you aim for right there. Now, to be able to put it on the actual aiming point markers right there, those two white things, that takes some very good precision. And these guys, Southwest, are the best at this stuff. And the 737, I will dare say, is the best airplane to do that kind of stuff in. Because what you tell the plane to do is what you get, as opposed to the Airbus. You tell it what to do, and hopefully it gives it to you. Like, I'm not saying it can't be done. November 335 SN, Sierra November now. Max 8 jet, inbound from Phoenix, Arizona as American 1951. Beautiful San Diego, California. I like it here. I could do this more often. And with a lens like this, we get the shot, mates. There's the two globals. One of them, the one in the back there, is Virgin America. Look at that greaser, dude. I want some action. Stop giving it to me smooth. All right, well done, sir. Nice shot of the airport there, and let's look at the two globals again. First one in there having come from Laredo, Texas, and the second one having come from Las Vegas. All right. Global X is I don't know if it's a premier or a budget, but they are a charter airline, charter service only. They have a fleet of Airbus aircraft. They have also A321s. And I do recall that the pay, if you work here, if you fly for them, it's not as much as the mainstream carriers. So keep that in mind if you are a pilot seeking employment there. There goes the passengers disembarking from their journey from Laredo, Texas now into what looks like a Dodge or a Ram van. All right, welcome. Oh, no, that's the pilot. That's the crew. That is the flight crew of that aircraft. Okay, cool. Wonder where they set them up. All right, this is United Flight 2153 inbound from San Francisco. Short flight from San Francisco. In a Max 8 jet. I didn't know they had that many of these Max 8s. They usually want the Max 9 or bigger. But apparently they have settled for the Max 8 since Boeing has issues producing their Max 9 jets. All right, over the displace threshold now. They're going to come down like a rock. There's a threshold. There's the 500 footers right beyond the 500s. Well done. Touch on the firm side, but no big deal. That is how you do it. Before the 1,000 footers, you see? That takes a bit more on the side of precision. Hey, I want to catch this guy. We saw him come in earlier. We watched him take off now. What was it, 587 UW or something? I can't remember the tail number, but here we go. We're going to watch him take off. Oh, we got another banana plane as well. It's probably 994 that we saw earlier. Could have been 574 UW. I don't remember the tail number of this, but we've already seen the tail number, so who cares? We just want to see the airplane this time. All right, let them fly in peace. Next up will be the banana plane. All right, SkyWest 946 Juliet is operating as Alaska 3357 from San Francisco. I just realized, I don't have to start saying the tail numbers anymore. I put it on the effing screen for a reason. Maybe I'll put all the information in here. Then you'll never have to hear me talk again. Hey, that might be a good thing. But no, I like to commentate on my videos here. Aviation explain things. Okay, that was about 1,400 or 1,900 feet down the runway for the touchdown. And not the runway, but from the threshold, because obviously this massive displaced threshold there. The pavement itself is over 9,000 feet long or thereabouts, but the actual landing distance available is very short because of where those markings are right there. That's called the runway threshold markings. All right, so you got the designator, which is 2.7. That's the designator, but the threshold markings are right there that go across the runway. That's the beginning of the landing zone, okay? So it's considerably shorter than the pavement that starts way the fuck back here. So for takeoff, you've got about 9,000 feet, but for landing, you've got a very short runway for touchdown and rollout. Now, if you're in an emergency and you can successfully land on any of that pavement there and not hit any of this, it's free game during an emergency, but you're going to have trouble making it without hitting all of that stuff. And that's why the runway is very displaced. The threshold is displaced, rather. Okay. Delta Airlines 843 coming in from Atlanta Hartsfield. There she is. CFM equipped CO A321. Rudder play action in effect there, and I do believe that's the yaw damper doing its thing. Coming down fast. Save it now. Threshold 500. 1,000 footers, and in the zone she is. Good job, Delta. Pedal reversals open, speed brakes up, decelerating, auto brakes kick in, kick off, and we are home. Alright, United 2683 is coming in as Spirit Airlines is just lifting off the runway right now. Kind of tight, but they got it, no big deal. He's pitching down, my friends. He is pitching down for the runway. That is not a place you like to be on this arrival. Pitching down means you're too high. 12218 from Chicago O'Hare. Pitching down on final approach. Floats past the thousands, right at the top, right at the edge of the zone, 1,600 to 50 feet or so. Yeah, that was a really tight one, guys. So that Spirit plane just took off. I don't think I'll be able to capture it from this vantage point. Let's see. No, but they had just taken off. I mean, that was really on the closer side of the comfort zone there. But it worked out fine, and here we are. All right, let's capture a takeoff now. Lufthansa will be the next to land, and that's what we're here for mainly. 8840 Quebec now as Southwest 4403 over to Baltimore. No better plane than the MAX 8 to do it. Of course, you know me, I'd say that bringing me a DC-10 or a Lockheed TriStar would do that flight from here. And then we're in business. But we have a MAX 8. We have a MAX 8 jet rotating. And off they go. You were saying? All right. Lufthansa 466, or as ATC has it, Lufthansa 5 Yankee Heavy from Munich, Germany. You can hear fellow plane spotters taking their pictures on this balcony provided by Kate. Thank you very much. Floater is going to go around. Will they go around? No, he's going to attempt to land it. Wow. That was way too far down the runway, but oh well.
Wow.
I thought they were going to go around.
No, he was too low to go around.
Way too far down the runway to land. But it worked out. There they are. Wow. Okay.
What a fun thing to catch.
That was the drama I was looking for. I could have sworn they would have went around. All right, here is American 2361 inbound from Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. CO A321 equipped with that IAE V2500 series engines. 33,000 pounds of thrust each at maximum takeoff, sea level, standard temperature. Oh, coming down good. Let's see, there's the thresholds. There's a 500s. 1,000 feet, 1,500, and about 1,700 feet down the runway. Actually, it's more like 18 or so, but whatever. Safe landing is all we care about. No paperwork, no injured people. Does a nice job, actually. I'll give him that one. It was a good job. All right, we got another one here. 321 taking off. Let's see who they might be. Who might you be, mates? That is American 1939 in November 126 Alpha November that we saw shortly ago. They're heading back to Dallas. And we also have the Honolulu inbound southwest on final approach here. So they had better get moving, because once this airplane takes off, the other one will be landing here very, very soon. And they are holding position, and I'll tell you what, you better get moving, folks, because they don't have much time. I'm telling you. Okay, here we go. They are rolling. That there Southwest is hot on our heels. Something around here smells so good. Oh my Lord, it's making me hungry. Bro, that fripplin' food, man. It smells like nice charred hamburger meat, char-broiled. Oh my Lord. Okay, whatever. We're talking about airplanes here. Okay, there's the DFW bound A321. And as promised, here is our Honolulu inbound. There she is, Southwest 1425 Honolulu. Pitching down a bit? Yes, he is. Pitching down some more. Oh my goodness. I love the action, mates. Yanking about, pitching up and down, because he wants to get it right on the spot. And I know what spot he's going for, but he's just sailed past it. 1,500 footers right by the 2,000s. So yeah, so if he landed that far down, of course it was pitching down to get into the zone. Now remember, again, the glide path for this runway is steeper than the average glide path that you see like at LAX or at Burbank, or not Burbank, but like normal runways have a 3-degree glide path. This is a 3.5-degree glide path. So there's a tendency to be too high frequently here. All right, now we can say hello to Delta Airlines, 1210 from Salt Lake City inbound here. Let's get right into their faces. Love the detail of the heat coming out of those engine cores. Pitched up, right up. Look at that. Oh Lord, that is a smoke show greaser, bros. That is a smoke show greaser. That is, wow. A bit too nose up for my liking in the 321, but you know what? It worked out fantastically for these guys. That is cool. All right, so there was some airspace shut down earlier around here just to the north because Vice President Harris is in town. So that was causing some other, on the ATC in the other room, I was listening to airplanes trying to transition through certain airspace, and they got shut down. They're like, say your intentions, you are not going this way. So a little bit of aggravating circumstances there, but no big deal. Vice President Harris in town on the north, landing on the north complex of LAX. Wonder what they're here for. November 262 Whiskey November is coming in at a good clip, I have to say. They must have a reduced flap setting on this aircraft because they are moving. They are moving. They are pushing that steel and that aluminum and those composites. Inbound from Kansas City as Southwest 4012. $500s, 1000s in the zone. One wheel, two wheel, well done. That amplifies my belief that the wind is coming from the right today. All right, here we got United Airlines 2029 from Washington Dulles in a 900. The door plug does appear to be intact, so that's good news. Let's see what kind of performance they shall give today. There's the fives. Swing and a miss, but on the thousands. Right on the thousands, bro. That is precise. That's a 10 out of 10 right there, my friends. You can't get any better than if you put it on the effing marker. You can't get any better. Well done, United 2029 from Dulles. All right on cue. The extra wide BJ is coming in for landing at runway 27. Coming down fast, there's a pull-up, there's a massive pull-up. Swing and a miss past the thousands, and right on in, right past the 1500s. Nicely done. Compared to Lufthansa, which floated it so far down the runway earlier. That was a nice dramatic pull-up there at the end. The kind of action that I love to shoot for you here on the Turbojets channel. Let us welcome Speedbird 82 Papa Heavy from London Heathrow. Louisiana 1 now coming in from Oakland, California. Southwest 3134. Union Justice, yeah, I wish that's the case here in America anymore. Politically, who knows what you're going to get. I have no idea. I don't think it's going to be anything good, though, but we'll see. All right, but Louisiana 1 is glory. All glory. Touchdown in 27. All right, there's the thousands and 15s right past it. Right past the zone. Welcome from Oakland, California. They have successfully departed the city with the highest crime in America, Oakland, California. There's something out there sharp flying. What is that? Yeah, those guys are moving, aren't they? Southwest 1329 as the sun sets. We're getting some beautiful light here now. This one's inbound from Nashville, Tennessee as flight 1329. Oh, a little pitch up there. Watch it. Swing and a miss. 2,000 footers and just about 2,500 feet down the runway on that one. And what is my saying, friends? It could be worse. It could be worse. Right on. All right, there is the Ghost Falcon I don't know the tail number, don't know where it's coming in from, but here you are. It's a French aircraft. French Hisup. All right. I wonder if it's coming all the way from France. Let me have a look. Once we touch down, I'll look into the actual flight track of this thing and see where, in fact, it took off from. Thresholds 500. Right near the 1,000 footers. All right, let's have a look. Where did they come in from properly? Oh, Phoenix, Arizona. Okay. Well, before that, maybe they came in from, I don't know, God only knows where. But it's a French registered airplane. All right. Well, I'm sure the text has been presented on the screen already, but we'll find out a little bit more about this airplane in in due time. All right. Here is a little bit of a ramp shot going here. DHL has been there for a while. It doesn't look like they're leaving anytime soon. That Global X is delayed. It was supposed to be heading back to Phoenix, but they have not left yet. The sun is they're doing something, maybe a walk around or something on the Global X. Former Virgin America aircraft. Right on. Here is Southwest 2349 inbound from Denver, Colorado. We are fast running out of lights. Absolutely gorgeous colors this hour.
Oh, lovely.
Isn't it?
But that star illuminated is really pretty on the landing.
Very much. Oh, quick pitch down. Once again, right in the zone. Global X appears to be ready to go. Looks like Global X is going to push soon. And right around the 1,400 foot mark for the touchdown. Well done, Southwest.
Smoky.
That's what we're looking for. But yeah, so Global X does appear to be buttoned up and getting ready to go.
Did they turn their beacon on?
No, not quite yet. They have the lights, their navigation lights are on, but there's nothing connected to the plane, so the APU is running and they will be taking off here soon. Southwest 3528 now coming into the frame. Now as I pan this direction, I might get a bit noisy, but you know what? It is what it is, my friends. A little bit of left and right banking happening there. Very nice. Past 1,000 footers. Past the 15s, about 1,700 feet down the runway, 1,800 feet, so don't F about. They get it done. FedEx, nothing really happening on the ramp over there. All right, let's check out Louisiana 1. Pushed back, and we're going to have our grand finale of the evening will be UPS 2636 landing from Louisville, Kentucky will be next. All right, as they ride off into the sunset, they will not be in the sunset for long, as they will turn left, make a U-turn, and head on over to the point their jet towards Tennessee. That's it. We are clean out of daylight, my friends, and we are going to take this last shot and pack her up. All right, the grand finale of this evening is November 352 UP. Inbound from Louisville, Kentucky. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. It's been an absolute pleasure to do this. Thank you, Kate, for hosting us plane spotters here in San Diego. Look at that, pitching up. Look at the elevator. Check out the elevator. Just moving up, and saving it at the 1,500 footers. Kicking over the rudder to straighten her out. Good action. All right, peace. Don't be stupid.